In a capital crippled by protests, young Thais clamouring for reform of the monarchy mobbed a rush-hour commuter route at 5 p.m. sharp. Across town, a parliamentary session called to debate the deepening crisis was failing to debate the heart of the matter in hand, namely Thailand's supposedly constitutional monarch, accused of behaviour akin to the Siamese god kings of old. He and the Prime Minister branded monitor lizards, a grave insult here.
So once again, central Bangkok has been brought to a total standstill by protest. And these guys are now marching down the road here towards a phalanx of riot police up ahead. Now, they've had their demands for reform rebuffed. They've had the Prime Minister completely ignore their ultimatum that he resign. So they're now saying, because we can't talk to the dog, we're going to talk to the dog's owner. And by that, they mean the king.
They're marching to the German embassy because Germany's where King Maha Vajiralongkorn calls home. It's like the protesters smell blood. The myth of the God King has exploded.
Like any kind of system that you have to be afraid of, any kind of institution that you have to be afraid of to uphold, that's not right. That's not going to last.
So King Maha Vajiralongkorn is not a semi-divine king to you?
No, and he knows it.
Thailand's would-be Sun King did a walkabout among ultra-royalists outside the Grand Palace. It's like watching a video from ancient Siam, with his subjects crying out praises, prostrating themselves and kissing his feet. Queen Sutida spots a man in the crowd who she supposedly recognises as Mr. Titiwat, a man who held up a picture of the late king at a pro-reform protest. The king tells him how brave he is, twice, and thanks him profusely. Long live your majesty, Mr. Titiwat says. I love you so very much. Tonight, the protesters presented a letter to the German embassy, the contents of which are too controversial for the Thai media to even report on. It asks Germany to investigate just what Thai state affairs King Maha Vajiralongkorn's been conducting there. It questions his tax liabilities. It alleges grave human rights violations and claims the king retains what they refer to as a harem in Bavaria, while the pandemic's been causing terrible hardship in Thailand. We couldn't reach the royal palace for a comment tonight. The protesters say they want reform, not revolution. But the hashtag Republic has been trending.
And tonight on Dateline, an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the arrest of a key leader in the Thai protests. Rung has broken the ultimate Thai taboo by openly calling for a reform of the monarchy, seeing her face 15 years in jail.
เจ้าหน้าที่ตำรวจนะครับเดี๋ยวรับหมายมาจับ